Some new villain Batman never fought before enters the scene, and is trying to get revenge on Batman. This mysterious man stole multiple special powers and artifacts from other villains and is trying to get complete control of Gotham. We start off with Bruce Wayne attending a gala, but still on the lookout for some crime, as he is simultaneously talking to Alfred and Nightwing, Dick Grayson. As he is about to leave to help Dick with some drug dealers, Selina Kyle, Catwoman, appears at the gala. Intrigued, Bruce goes to question her about her interest in the place, but before they can hit it off, an old friend of Bruce appears, Thomas Elliot. They were best friends when they were kids, and Thomas even was there for Bruce when he lost his parents. Before the three of them could go for a drink, Bruce gets interrupted. He gets a call from Alfred. Bane is on the loose and appears to have kidnapped a kid, so he bursts off before anyone could notice that he left. At the same time, Selina gets a message that appears to be irresistible, and also goes out. Bruce, now in his Batman armor, runs to the scene and takes out as many guards as he can, when a mysterious figure starts following him. Batman manages to free the kid, but that's when Bane ambushes him. While the two of them fight, Batman notices that Bane is acting strange. Fighting hand to hand, Bane appears to be stronger than ever. Bane is a highly intelligent foe, and he is acting just like a normal grunt that wants to punch him. Batman incapacitates Bane by cutting the flow of the serum, which makes Bane stronger. While on the floor, Batman notices a small leaf that is coming out of Bane's torso. That's when the mysterious figure appears in front of Batman. It's actually Lady Shiva, part of the League of Assassins that trained Bruce. Apparently, the League is at war with each other, and in the middle of all of the battles, the Lazarus Pit, the main source of all power of the League, was compromised. Batman doesn't know what could have made this, but will start to investigate. As Jim Gordon enters the scene to save the kid, the two realize that the money that Bane was trying to get is gone. That's when Catwoman appears and steals it. Batman chases her, but she runs way too fast for the Bat. When he is about to get her, a sniper shoots his grappling hook and he falls to the ground, greatly wounded. On the ground, Batman can move and is about to get attacked by some low-level thugs, but Catwoman wants the Bat for herself, so she defends him for a while. That's when Batgirl appears and rushes to save Bruce. She thinks Catwoman is behind this, so she attacks her. Catwoman then runs away with the money, since there was no one that could chase her now. That's when we find out that all of this time she was being controlled by none other than Poison Ivy. Using her pheromone, Ivy can control anyone in the city, anyone but the mysterious sniper that almost eliminated Batman. This man appears to be wounded since he has of his face and body covered with bandages. The mysterious man has been doing business with Poison Ivy. He was the one that planned the kidnapping. He then offers Ivy a new deal that he says will pay 10 times as much. Back at the Batcave, Dick, Alfred, and Batgirl are discussing what to do with Bruce. Alfred cured most of his injuries, but he needed to see a doctor. They managed to disguise everything as a car crash and make Bruce go to a hospital. Luckily for Bruce, his old friend, Thomas Elliot, is a neurosurgeon and performs his surgery without any problems. After the surgery, the both of them promise to reconnect a little, since they were good friends in their childhood, but never seem to have time for each other now as adults. The Bat has a mystery in his hands, and without leaving a second to recover, Bruce then goes to the streets once again. Now he wants to interrogate Bane, but Amanda Waller is trying to move Bane away from Gotham. Batman knows Bane worked with Catwoman in some shape of the form and needs his information in order to find who attacked him. As they are trying to get him to a helicopter, Bane escapes and is Batman, who now needs to capture him in order to interrogate him. Bane immediately goes to the hideout of Ivy, but finds out that she left and there's only Catwoman there. Batman arrives just in time to capture Bane as he is about to eliminate Catwoman, but he doesn't say anything. It's Catwoman that, in exchange for a kiss, tells Batman where to find Poison Ivy. Since she controlled her against her will, she wants to get revenge. The two of them then interrogate the people that work for Ivy and find out that she is in Metropolis. Going incognito as Bruce Wayne, Batman sets up an interview with Lois Lane and Clark Kent in order to get some information about where Ivy could be. Since none of them have a clue of where Ivy could be hiding, Bruce then interrogates Liluther, who seems to have delivered a special compound that could lead to Poison Ivy's location. Catwoman is the first to find Ivy, and faking it as if she still was in control of her, tries to attack her. They find her, but as it turns out, Poison Ivy was expecting them. She used a special kryptonite kiss to take control of none other than Superman. He then starts chasing after the two of them. Batman uses some kryptonite knuckles to win sometime, but eventually Superman just overpowers him. But Batman had a plan all along. He made Catwoman kidnap Lois Lane and throw her out of the Daily Planet's building. This was enough for Superman to snap out of it and save Lois. Now together, Superman and Batman catch Poison Ivy and interrogate her. After some beat-up, Ivy tells them that the man calls himself Hush. Later, back at Gotham, Bruce is about to go on a date with Selina Kyle, and everyone in the Bat family is making jokes about it. While he knows her secret identity, she still doesn't know what his. As they are preparing for the date, Hush in another part of the town kidnaps the Jokers and attempts to eliminate them if Harley Quinn doesn't do as he says. While they are on their date at an opera concert, they get attacked by Harley Quinn. Apparently, Hush kidnapped the Joker, and for him to release the clown she has to eliminate Bruce Wayne. Harley shoots Bruce a bunch of times, but luckily Catwoman saves him from the eliminating blow. Bruce, now in his Batman armor, comes just in time to save Catwoman, and then chases after Harley. That's when he hears a shot and goes out to the alley. There he finds Joker with a gun in his hand and his best friend Thomas Elliot bleeding on the ground. That's when Batman totally loses it and starts punching the clown, almost eliminating him. Joker claims to be innocent, that someone tied him up and he just woke up, but Batman doesn't listen. Gordon shows up just in time to stop him and instead get Joker in jail. Bruce attends the funeral of his old friend Thomas, but doesn't waste a second and starts investigating the scene of his murder. It all points out that Joker was actually the killer. It was all a plan of Hush to get Batman to snap. The most important clue that Batman gets from this murder is that Hush knows who he is. Thomas had no connection to Batman, but did to Bruce, so Hush knows his secret identity. The investigation then gets interrupted as Riddler appears to be running around the city making chaos. As Batman chases Riddler from a robbery, as he runs away he sees Hush in the distance and attempts to confront him. He hides in a building full of mirrors and manages to trick Batman and run away taunting him. Bruce now fears that Hush will target the ones closest to him, so he tries to tell Catwoman to run away before she gets hurt. As a form of showing her that he is being serious, he shows her his real identity. He only wants to protect her, so he then asks her to come to the Batcave. Now they can be together as civilians, and since she doesn't want to leave, Bruce asks SELINA to join him, and together they fight crime for a while. Some time has passed and it seems Hush has disappeared, but Batman doesn't believe it. Just as SELINA was about to get him to forget about the whole Hush thing, he gets a call from Gordon. Someone broke into his old friend's now deceased office, and once they looked around they found out he had links with Arkham. That is when Hush spots them and starts following them. In the meantime, Nightwing and Catwoman are investigating some strange presence in the graveyard of Gotham. Once they arrive, they find the grave of Thomas Elliot empty, and as they are about to investigate more, the Scarecrow ambushes them, who is also under the control of Hush. Selina defeats Scarecrow, but Dick gets intoxicated by the Scarecrow's fear toxin, so he heads back to the Batcave with the help of Alfred. Selina tries to find Scarecrow, but that's when someone hits her and kidnaps her. She then wakes up tied up by Hush. In Arkham, Batman interrogates the Riddler. He found out that Riddler had a strange brain disease and went to Thomas for a possible cure. Unfortunately, he couldn't do anything. He then claims to be the one behind Hush, using the Lazarus Pit to heal his brain damage. He discovered Bruce's identity, and used the other villains to get his revenge for all the times Batman disrespected. But Batman figures out that before Riddler could say his true identity, he slashes his throat and discovers a control device. It wasn't Riddler, it was actually Clayface disguised as Riddler. Batman fights Clayface and manages to save Gordon from him, but he needs to hurry before Riddler hurts Catwoman. Hush then, before Batman arrives, gets his bandages off and shows Catwoman his scar, which is in the particular form of interrogation symbol, the symbol of the Riddler. He has every step Batman planned for and set up a couple of traps to win some time. As he finds the place where Hush has captive Celis, a device triggers, and from the ceiling and the body of Thomas appears hanging. Batman confronts Riddler and fights him, but the powers of the Lazarus Pit are too strong and Riddler almost wins. So then Batman tries to outsmart him by taunting him and distracting him. He manages to make Riddler angry and imprecise. Luckily, Catwoman comes just in time to save Bruce. The factory starts to crumble as all of the traps and weapons that Riddler set up destroy a lot of equipment. Catwoman and Batman then team up to stop Riddler, and after a rough fight, they defeat him. Riddler falls into the same trap that he wanted to eliminate Catwoman in. Batman tries to save him. Even though he is a bad person, he doesn't deserve to pass away like that. But since the whole place was about to blow up, Catwoman can resist it anymore and cuts the grappling hook from Bruce and lets Riddler fall to his eternal sleep. Once outside, Batman regrets not being able to save him, and the two part ways. Catwoman can't understand Bruce's codes, but he assures if it wasn't for them he would be just like all of the villains he captured during all these years.